We're also learning tonight that Columbia University intends to hold, get this, 6 additional graduation ceremonies, apparently centering around race, sexuality, gender identity. For example, the Ivy League University will hold ceremonies for Native, Asian, Latinx, Black, and LGBTIAQ plus students, in addition to the main graduation ceremony. Now, Columbia told Fox News in a statement, in part, Columbia marks graduation every spring with a university-wide commencement ceremony and class days for the graduates of each of our schools. These events, bringing together of all of our graduates and their families, are a high point of every academic year. The smaller celebratory events held for particular groups are in addition to, not instead of, the main commencement. Here with reaction, Fox News contributor Dan Bongino, Fox News correspondent at large Geraldo Rivera. Geraldo's smiling. I don't know why. I thought the left. Well, don't ask me for definitions because I probably can't give them to you. I thought the left was about inclusiveness. Isn't that what we hear all the time? Everybody should be. By the way, I'm inclusive. I don't care that people have
inclusive
opposite.
Plus.
Okay, inclusive plus.
If you were asking what I think about this program, the cranky old man you see here sitting before you tonight, I would think it was wildly woke and impossibly politically correct and ridiculous, laughable. It could make you nauseous. But flashback 50 years to when I was actually a student at Columbia at the School of Journalism there. I was in a special program for black and brown young people to get them into the local news business, to integrate the news business. Then it was all Viva la Raza, black is proud. It was a whole different scene where you're a young person and, it's all about, identity and who you are and where you fit in. And the world is such a big, impossible place. Better to get your little stratified,
isn't it a mixed message?
Identity.
Aren't there mixed messages here in that we should be accepting, we should be inclusive, we shouldn't isolate, we should be open-minded, and then all of a sudden now we're going to break up into identity politics groups.
I hate to say it.
Yeah?
That seems so square in the language of the young people today. It seems so, the word I use is square because these kids today, they don't want inclusion. They want to be whoever they are, whatever the little stratification. Look what's happened to what used to be.
But that's what the whole movement is.
Used to be called gay people. Gay people used to be an umbrella term that was inclusive. It included everybody whose sexuality was something other than heterosexual straight couple.
All right, you're taking
now, it's all stratified. It's all compartmentalized. It's
Dan
different
Bongino, I got to get your reaction.
Yeah, Geraldo, I don't think you're right. I don't think these kids want to be separate. I think they're taught this by, liberal lunatics. Let me just say as well, your hair is wild tonight. I'm very impressed. You got a little George Washington vibe going there, but I'm digging that. But getting back to the point here, Sean, on a serious note, are we really doing this?
It's Florida.
Again?
I can't do a thing with it.
I know. That's why I shaved mine in Florida. I'm with you, brother. I know the feeling. But are we really going back to segregation? Are we doing this again? Who thinks this is a good
listen
idea?
To this. Yeah. There's a California bill proposing removing cops who express either religious and or conservative beliefs. Where's the inclusiveness? Where's the? I thought we were supposed to be accepting of other people's. By the way, I'm fairly libertarian. I don't give a flying. Do you give a flying rip? I don't care what people do.
No, I know you don't, but liberals are obsessed with. Don't the liberals have the bumper sticker tolerance on their cars? Just not at graduation ceremonies. And I know their comeback. Columbia's comeback was this, Sean, and everyone else is going to say, well, it's voluntary. We have a black graduation, a Hispanic graduation, LGBT graduation. Well, okay, how would you feel if you walked into a restaurant again and it had a black section and a white section and a Hispanic section, and the owner said, no worries, fellas, it's only voluntary? Wouldn't you feel a little weird? I don't think segregation was a good idea. We lost a lot of lives fighting this nonsense. It's time to go back to our goal, which was supposed to be a colorblind society. Easy for you and I to do. Apparently not that easy for liberals to do because, that whole tolerance thing is BS.